If you're looking for something different and insanely entertaining, then this is the video you've been waiting for. Today, we dive deep into the world of Hanady El Mashtoub, not just a model, not just an influencer, but a digital phenomenon taking over your feed with style, attitude, and unapologetic energy. From viral TikToks to jaw-dropping photo shoots, Hanady is building more than just a brand. She's creating a movement that challenges norms, turns heads, and starts conversations. Who is she really? What's behind the fierce looks and confident poses? And how did she become one of the most talked about personalities online? This isn't just a highlight reel, it's the real story behind the rise of a modern icon. Stay locked in, because once you enter Hanady's world, you won't want to leave. She didn't walk into social media, she burst into it like a firework in a quiet sky. Hanady El Mashtoub, a name that echoes across TikTok trends and Instagram Explore pages, is more than just a model, she's a digital storm. Born and raised in Lebanon, this striking beauty didn't wait for doors to open, she kicked them down with bold confidence, daring fashion, and a look that makes you stop scrolling. They call her El Saruk, the Rocket, and not just for the way she looks, but for the speed at which she's taken over timelines and minds. With every photo she posts, every video she shares, Hanady isn't just showing her face, she's commanding attention, turning heat into headlines, and rewriting the rules of how Arab women can express power, glamour, and identity online. So, who is she really? Just another pretty face? Or a movement in the making? Let's find out. She didn't start with fame. She started with a camera, a mirror, and a sense that she was meant for more. Before the spotlight, before the millions of views and the explosive comments, Hanady El Mashtoub was just a girl with bold dreams and an eye for the extraordinary. In a world full of filters and imitation, she chose to be vivid, real, and impossible to ignore. What began as casual photos and playful videos soon became something else entirely. Her confidence wasn't staged. Her energy wasn't borrowed. It was raw, and it resonated. Then came the titles, Miss Bikini 2017, Top Model International, early signals that Hanady wasn't just taking pictures. She was claiming space. These weren't just competitions. They were stepping stones, the first sparks of a fire that would soon ignite social media. With each sash and each crown, her profile grew, but more importantly, her message got louder. I am not here to blend in. Hanady didn't wait for permission to shine. She just did, unapologetically, fiercely, and on her own terms. In the digital world, influence isn't just about beauty, it's about presence. And Hanady El Mashtoub? She's everywhere. On Instagram, she paints a world of bold colors, sharp silhouettes, and fearless femininity. With hundreds of thousands of followers and growing, her feed isn't just a portfolio, it's a curated universe where confidence is the dress code and attention is the currency. Every photo gets flooded with fire emojis, DMs, and a loyal army of fans ready to repost, react, and defend. But the real explosion? That's happening on TikTok. With over 1 million followers and videos that rack up views in the hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions, Hanady has turned quick clips into cultural moments. One pose, one wink, one outfit change, and boom, a trend is born. Whether she's dancing, teasing, flexing her fits, or just walking into frame like she owns the planet, she knows how to own the scroll. And then there's YouTube, the quiet stage. A platform she touches less frequently, but one that still carries her vibe, stylish, strong, and unmistakably her. Her fans follow wherever she goes, hungry for more than just visuals, they want the essence. Across every platform, the numbers don't lie. Hanady isn't following trends. She is the trend. You don't scroll past a photo of Hanady El Mashtoub. You stop, you stare, and you feel. Her style isn't just about fashion, it's a performance. Every outfit tells a story, sometimes loud, sometimes soft, but always unapologetically Hanady. She plays with color the way a painter attacks a canvas, fearless. Reds that dare. Blacks that command. Golds that whisper royalty. Her wardrobe isn't safe, it's electric. Think skin-tight dresses, open backs, high slits, and plunging necklines, all styled with precision and the kind of confidence you can't fake. It's not about showing skin, it's about showing power. Her makeup? flawless and intentional. Smoky eyes that stare into the lens like a challenge, lips in deep nudes or bold reds, cheekbones lit like runways. She doesn't follow trends, she makes her own rules, then breaks them the next day. Each photo she shares feels like a scene from a fashion editorial, but with an edge, a kind of raw energy that says, "I'm not just here to be beautiful. I'm here to be seen." Hanady doesn't dress to impress. She dresses to express, and the message is always clear. Strength is sexy. Confidence is couture. And she owns every pixel of the frame. Scroll through her feed, and it hits you, this isn't just content, it's a mood board of confidence. Hanady El Mashtoub doesn't limit herself to one frame. She moves between fashion, lifestyle, fitness, and fun like she's flipping pages in her own magazine. One post is a sultry photo shoot under golden sunlight, the next is her in activewear, lifting dumbbells and lifting the mood. From cinematic slow-motion catwalks to raw, behind-the-scenes selfies, she gives you everything. Polished, yes, but never predictable. She dances. She trains. She models. She talks to her audience like they're in the room with her. Some days she's a goddess in heels, other days she's just Hanady, glowing in gym clothes, hair tied up, vibing to a beat on TikTok. What makes her different? It's the vibe, that unfiltered mix of bold visuals and real energy. You don't feel like you're watching a distant celebrity. You feel like you're watching your fearless friend who's out here living loud, owning her body, her choices, and her space. Her content doesn't scream "look at me." It whispers, "You could own your power too." In a sea of copied trends and curated poses, Hanady brings something rare. A brand built not on perfection, but on presence. Some influencers post for their audience. Hanady? She connects with hers. Behind every filtered photo and fierce reel, there's a voice, warm, direct, and unmistakably her. She doesn't just post and disappear. She talks, reacts, replies. Whether it's on Instagram stories, TikTok comments, or the occasional honest caption, Hanady makes her followers feel like they're part of her world, not just watching from the outside. You'll see it in the replies. "Queen. Teach me confidence. You're an inspiration." And yes, she listens. She shares bits of her daily life, posts moments of vulnerability, and even jokes around in ways that remind you, behind the glam, there's a real person. That balance between polished and personal is what makes people feel close. She doesn't just have fans, she has believers. There are entire pages copying her style. Girls recreating her poses. Followers defending her in every comment section. In a world obsessed with followers, Hanady built something stronger, a connection. A tribe. But being loud, being visible, comes with a cost. And Hanady knows that better than most. For every heart and fire emoji she gets, there's judgment waiting. Her bold outfits, her poses, her energy, they've all sparked controversy. She's been called too much, too wild, too provocative. People question her choices. Her image. Her right to take up space the way she does. But Hanady doesn't flinch. Because for every critic, there's a crowd ready to lift her higher. To them, she's more than a model. She's a symbol of freedom, of self-love, of not needing approval to shine. The backlash? It's noise. But the support? That's her rhythm. And in the space between judgment and admiration, that's where she thrives. Because when people are talking, it means you're doing something real. She's not just part of fashion trends, she starts them. When Hanady posts a look, it doesn't just get liked. It gets replicated. Suddenly, similar outfits pop up across Instagram. TikTokers mimic her walk, her poses, her attitude. She wears a bold color, and it becomes the palette of the week. She films in the gym, and suddenly girls everywhere are tagging their workouts with "inspired by Hanady." She's not trying to be anyone else, and that gives others the courage to stop trying too. In a region where modesty often defines public image, Hanady has opened a door, not just to skin or style, but to choice. To showing that femininity doesn't need approval. That confidence isn't arrogance. And that fashion, at its core, is freedom. Whether she's rocking a dress that hugs every curve or showing up barefaced and bold, she makes it clear. Your body is yours. Your image is yours. And power? That's always in style. But beyond the bold photos and viral videos, there's a human story. Hanady isn't just a curated Instagram feed, she's a woman with routines, habits, and dreams. You'll see it in the background of her clips, the gym bag, the messy hair, the quiet moments. She shares her fitness journey, not to brag, but to include. To show that strength is built, not gifted. That beauty is effort, not accident. Some days she's a bombshell in a gown. Other days, she's a girl in sneakers and sweat. And that's what makes her relatable. She talks about self-love, but lives it too, not by being perfect, but by showing up. Showing herself. Showing her process. And in doing that, she gives her followers permission to do the same. Hanady El Mashtoub is not just a model. She's a brand. A blueprint. An energy. She didn't wait for fame to find her, she built it, post by post, choice by choice. She's bold without apology. Beautiful without boundaries. And as much as people try to define her, she continues to redefine herself. She's the fire in your scroll. The silence breaker in your Explore feed. A reminder that presence is more powerful than perfection. So whether you follow her, fear her, or wish you were her, one thing is certain. Hanady isn't just a name. She's a movement. And that's the story, not just of a model, but of a movement built on boldness, beauty, and being unapologetically real. If this deep dive into Hanady El Mashtoub's world moved you, inspired you, or even made you see things differently, then don't let it end here. Subscribe to Gorgeous Models for more untold stories, iconic journeys, and the faces redefining fashion, fame, and fearlessness, one frame at a time. Because here, we don't just show models. We celebrate what makes them unforgettable.